Hi, my name's Gillian Kearney and I'm delighted to be speaking to you today as part of the Finding Your Future campaign, partnering with the DFN Foundation and the NSEF. So I'm here to talk to you about what I do for a living and hopefully to give you some motivational tips and advice on how to succeed and possibly to stay on the pathway for your dream job. So I'm an actress and a director. I've been acting now for 33 years. I started at the age of 14 when I was attending the Liverpool Playhouse Youth Theatre, and somebody from Brookside, which was our local soap in Liverpool, back in 1986, came along and asked me to come into Brookside. I was very young, as I say, I was 14, so I was a child, and on my first day I didn't know anything about acting on camera, on TV. All I'd done was some plays at the youth theatre and school plays. So I just asked for help. I admitted when I didn't know where to stand, what to do, and the actors were very experienced around me, and the camera people were lovely, the director, everybody was so helpful. So that's what I would say that I've learned in the workplace, is that if you're inexperienced, people want you to succeed, and don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Just be a sponge, do your best, and I think people really recognise that and appreciate it, and they will always try to help so that you can be the best that you can be at the job. I've been lucky enough to do a variety of stuff, and I think that's why I would recommend show business to anybody, because it's just a joy to be able to do radio, TV, film, theatre, lots of different types of stuff. No 2 days are the same. And I would say that if you're choosing a path, think very carefully about what you want to do, because it is a long life and you are working for many years. So make sure that you're passionate, because every day will feel like a pleasure and it won't feel like work. And then, you know, when the real work starts and, you know, you are getting up early, putting long hours in, as you do in show business. You know, we get up very early when we're doing TV. You're on camera at 8 o'clock in the morning, you have to be into makeup at 7 o'clock. You've got to enjoy what you do, and then it doesn't feel like long hours, and the dedication is just a pleasure, because you're actually enriching your life and you're working on your passion. So yeah, it extends beyond show business. Whatever you want to do, make sure it's something that you really want to do, and then you'll enjoy yourself. What would I say is the best bit about show business, if I was recommending it to you? I would probably say the people that you get to work with. You're a team. You work with fantastic makeup people, wardrobe people, cameras, directors, design, set design, people who are artists and who are the very best at what they do. So as an actor, you feel very privileged to be surrounded and supported by those people. And I would say that, again, that's what you should be thinking about when you go into work. Think about, you're going to be part of a team, and always be grateful to the people that you work with, because you possibly couldn't do your job without them, and they couldn't do it without you. It's a team effort and you support each other. And for me, that's what's so fantastic about working, because you work together and it's very fulfilling. I would say it's nice to travel. It's nice to be with different people. As I said before, you never get bored. I'd say the downside to show business, if you're going into it, is to be prepared for the insecurity and the non-permanence. You could feel very relaxed in a situation. You could be really happy in a play, and then it comes to an end and you've got to say goodbye. Some jobs, you're lucky enough to work for 20 years, but the chances are with what we do, actors or directors, you're on a fixed project for a fixed amount of time, and then it's time to say goodbye. So you've made bonds, and then you've got to say goodbye to people that you've genuinely made great friends of, and hopefully you'll keep with you, later in life, all through your life. I've still got friends from my first job, so it's fantastic. But every day then feels like the first day of school. You've got to start again, and you've got to go for auditions again, and you've got to, it's like going for meetings You have to get dressed up, you have to know your lines, you have to know something about the subject that you're going for. So you're constantly challenging yourself and pushing yourself. And for me, that's part of the fun, you know. You get to stretch yourself, and you know, you have to perform on the day. It's quite competitive, which I enjoy. But don't beat yourself up if you don't get it, because as long as you're prepared, you know, I always like to feel like I've gone there, I've known the subject backwards, and then when I walk out of the audition, I just forget about it and you switch off. And that's a skill in itself. You've got to try and switch off, and don't blame yourself if you don't get a job interview, because the chances are 20 people have gone for that job, and you will probably not have got it for the simplest of reasons, and it's not personal. It will be that somebody else, you know, as in actresses' cases, it's often just, you know, you're the wrong colour hair, or you're the wrong height, or, you know, it's never personal. So you should always tell yourself, well, I tried my best, I did well, and, you know, I'm going to forget about it now, and the phone will ring again and you will get another job interview. And the secret is to be ready. So yeah, I would say that would be the downside of show business, is that yeah, you can feel like there's a non-permanence. The secret to being ready, I think, is to always immerse yourself in the subject that you love. So, for example, I will, when I'm not working, I will go to the cinema, go to the theatre, read books, try and keep up with friends, you know, stay abreast of what's happening in show business. I'll stay fit, I go running. I think that when you're healthy, you never get bored, because, you know, you're physically fit, so you feel like you're in good shape and you're ready for the next job when it comes along, and it will come along. When it comes along, that's another skill, and I would say this is something that you learn, that you have to be in every profession, not just show business. You have to be flexible, you have to be humble enough to say, I'll give it a try. You know, don't ever say no, always try and say yes to everything that you're asked. You know, can you sing? Well, I'll have a go. Can you dance? I'll have a go. Can you ride a horse? I'll try. You know, that's what I've found in my profession, is to try and be as flexible as you can, because the chances are, as long as you take it day by day, break it down, don't try and run before you can walk, then you will, you know, you will achieve, and you are capable of so much more than you think you are initially. And they will usually be the jobs that you're most proud of, are the things that pushed you and stretched you. So yeah, so when that phone goes, be ready. And then lastly, I'd just like to say good luck. Thank you for watching. I hope I've been some help. If you've got any more questions, I'm not really on social media apart from LinkedIn, so it would be LinkedIn hashtag DFN Foundation. So please do get in touch if there are any other questions that you have for me. And in the meantime, good luck. Thank you for listening.